And so one may ask, how was government able to secure all this funding? We still need more money, but this was how government was able to secure some of the funding that we have been able to utilize. The first one I talked about was the Ghana Stabilization Fund, through the lowering of the cap on that from 300 million to 100 million. And so we were able to transfer the excess of 200 million for us to use for the CAP 1 program. Again, we also sourced funding from the IMF. IMF made some funding available to us, provided you are able to meet the conditions. And we were able to meet the conditions. So we were able to source about $1 billion, and that is what we also used in funding all the things that I have mentioned. We also sourced funding from our business partners, our development partners, like the World Bank, AFDB, and the EU as well. And finally, we also sourced for funding from the Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana also gave us about 10 billion to help us meet some of our statutory funding. The statutory funding are the District Assembly Common Fund, where they disburse money to the various districts to enable them also carry out their activities at that level. The statutory funding is also to do with the National Health Insurance Scheme, where we also needed to give them money to enable them pay claims that will come to them. And also the GET Fund, the YE, and all those other businesses. We also had to source for funds to be able to meet these demands, so that at least life can still go on, government business can still run, so that we can still move the economy. So this was how we got the funding to fund some of these programs. Let me just state a few of the interventions that we were able to do in terms of the health. I mean, Dr. Abuaje has mentioned most of them, so I will move on. But we also gave funding to the health workers who were based from Accra, Tema, Kumasi, and Kaswa to their various places of work. And that also, government made provision here. Again, we also sourced for funding and made funding available to expand the capacities of more laboratories to increase the testing of COVID-19. We created isolation centers in the various regions and the districts. All of these things were funded by government. And I heard my other colleague, my Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, also mention the PPEs. Yes, government also gave huge sums of money to be able to allow these local textiles and manufacturing companies to also provide the PPEs as well.